Actually, I'm telling you, I don't fucking care about those guys. I mean, the UFC is the big thing.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. Jairzinho, I'm watching UFC 287. It's in Miami, and guess who's in the crowd? You. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
was
You're in the
there.
crowd. Was that the first UFC you've been to in the crowd?
Yeah, it's my first UFC I've ever been to, and it was nice. It was an awesome night, crazy fights, and I got a chance. I'm lucky that I got a chance to witness how it all go when we are in the octagon. It's awesome.
Yeah, man. Especially, yourself, you come from a kickboxing background as well. And to see like those two kickboxers in that title fight in the main event and how that fight played out. What'd you think of that? Watching that cage side.
I think that fight was yeah. First of all, it was a masterclass move. Like as he said, he was setting a trap. It's risky, but it was masterclass. I know some of those tricks that you can, but with the small gloves, you don't want to take those big risks. But it was masterclass, and see those two kickboxers doing it, it's awesome. You can see you come from a different combat sport, and then you're being a UFC in the big cage, in the big crowd, 20,000 people. Come on, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was. And what about Masvidal, man? Him retiring after his fight.
Now I think he has an impressive career. The guy have 20 years in the game, 55. That's a lot, and he does his thing. Um, I'm happy that I got a chance to witness his last fight, and I wish him luck in all the other things he's gonna do further in life.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you completely. Is he the king of Miami or is Colby Covington? Colby Covington wasn't even there. Like I don't understand what happened.
He's definitely the king of Miami. Yeah, he's for me. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't. There's another fighter from Suriname just entered the gym.
All right. All right. You bringing a
Yeah,
lot
he's an
of
amateur. He's an
fighters
amateur,
over?
but he's making his way. Like, uh, just just hop in, show yourself. He's just amateur, but he's doing his thing, and Shaquille Van Siegel. Yeah. So he's here, and yeah, like if your countryman is here, you gotta meet each other. You know how it is, and
Oh, for
support each
sure.
other, and that's how we do. Yeah, if he's the king of Miami, he's definitely the king of Miami, man. When the guy entered the octagon, everybody stand up, and that shows that you're the king of Miami, if we gotta put it that way.
You're gonna have a fight, man, coming up in Charlotte, North
Yeah.
Carolina, main event, Jailton Almeida. What are your thoughts on him and his fighting style?
His fighting style, I think he's more a jiu-jitsu guy. He's a leaner guy. He's a faster guy. He comes from light heavyweight. Um, I mean, it's a fight. I wanted to fight a higher ranked guy. The UFC wanted this fight, so we're doing it. And the only thing is standing in my way to get up in the ranking is him. So win this fight and then look upwards again.
Yeah, he's a smaller guy for the division, and it seems like you're getting bigger. Are you bigger than you were when you first got into the UFC?
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting bigger, but more up top. I think more is because of the wrestling and yeah, picking guys up, guys picking you up. So yeah,
So, how much muscle have you added? Have you measured that with like a doctor or anything
no,
like that?
no, I never did that,
Oh, you never. But
but
you
I don't know.
notice.
Yeah,
But you notice like you're bigger, you're stronger.
I definitely feel bigger and stronger, but I'm the same weight. Like I walk around mostly 260, 265. If I'm long out of fight, I'll be 270. But like fight time, I'm always 250, 255. Last time, because last time I was a little bit heavier, but I don't know how that happened.
So you don't get too big because some of these heavyweights, they get up to like 290. I heard. You know what I mean? Like just big.
Nah, I think that's too much.
Yeah, that's
Then you
that's
gotta
big.
that's a long cut. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's too
yeah,
long.
that is. Um, your last fight, man, against Chris Dawkins, a classic knockout by you. The jab, you hurt him with the jab. The flying knee. I don't think we've ever seen you throw flying knee. I think you threw like two flying knees in that fight. Like, where did that come from?
Now, I mean, I used to do it more with kickboxing. I always do the flying knee, the single one or the double, the scissor. But I used to do it back in the days, and it was an opportunity, and I thought I got him there. You know, he's backing up, and you don't expect it, so I just throw it in there, and yeah, it was an awesome fight, great knockout. I'm happy with it. I'm happy about it, and yeah, for me, I'm looking forward to the upcoming fight, and
Was that something that you saw like before the fight that you could land the flying knee and also the leaping left hook because that's the one you knocked him out with.
yeah. But for me, the flying knee is more the opportunity. Like he was going backwards, he was standing there, and he was looking down, so it was the perfect moment. So I just put it in there.
With this fight coming up, a lot of people are going to look at it as a striker versus grappler. And I know you've been working on your grappling, especially on your wrestling a lot. Talk about the grind that you've been putting in for the last couple of years at American Top Team.
Now I'm definitely putting the grind, the wrestling, grappling, all the stuff that has to do with MMA, but I never let my striking go. You know, that's my power, and so we keep working on that as well. I think this fight's gonna be more a fight with a strategy. Soon as I land, I know I'm gonna put him down. He's a lighter guy. He's gonna be walking, wanna run around, create space. Of course, he's gonna shoot. Nothing's new. It's similar to all the grapplers I fought. Maybe you wanna try to push me to the cage and then grab a body lock, things like that. Been there, done that. So it's nothing new. It's more strategy and mindset. This fight, to go in there and win the fight. That's the only thing that counts.
Your training, right? And the training since your last fight with Chris Dawkins, has anything changed for you?
it's it's not that it changed, but I mean it's more mindset, focusing on things between fights. And yeah, we know what we all want, and we know if you don't change things, you're gonna have the same result. Because you're gonna have the same result all the time. So you gotta change things up to get different results, and that's what we do. I do everything that's necessary to win. Let's say that.
In a lot of your fights, they don't last very long. Your last fight was 23 seconds. You do this
Crazy.
long training camp and then you
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
for
yeah.
23 seconds. You win, that's great, but a lot of stuff I guess you don't get to use that you practiced maybe? Is that fair to say?
No, for me, it's more the long training camp is to prepare yourself for what's coming. So your body gotta be ready. It doesn't matter if the fight takes 2 seconds or it takes 25 minutes. It's like your body gotta be ready for what's coming. Let's say, for an example, he got me first, and I did this training camp, and out of a reaction, I just moved my head automatically. So he missed. So your body gotta be ready for what's coming. So anything that happens, it's like muscle memory, right? So it's not that the fight lasts long or short. You got to be ready for what's coming. Yeah,
Also, I believe experience too, right? You've experienced like
definitely
all
experience.
different
Yeah,
types of fighters and high level, you know what I mean? Curtis Blades, you know what I mean?
definitely,
You've faced everybody.
definitely, definitely. The experience is gonna be there, but I got nothing to show him. He got something to prove, so he's gonna come in there and then you know try what you want to try, but you gotta watch out because I'm coming, I'm blazing.
You said you wanted a higher ranked opponent, but the UFC wanted you to fight Almeida. Is that why they gave you the main event?
Maybe I don't know.
You don't know.
I think yeah, I don't know. For me, see this. I'm looking to working my way back up. So a guy ranked higher up than me, that makes sense. A guy that's ranked behind me, it doesn't make sense for me. But if the UFC won that fight, I work for the UFC. Let's be honest. So if they won that fight, then that fight's gonna happen. And for me, it's to prove myself that I can beat this guy, so I can get a higher ranked guy. And that's how I see it.
So you just see yourself as just like, okay, I'm in the process of working myself back up. So just take the fight and beat this guy, bring the next guy, beat the next guy, bring the next guy, beat the next guy. And
Definitely, it's a statement. You got to see it as a statement. They think this guy can beat me. That's why they won the fight, right? So I'll beat this guy, and then I say, hey, I want that guy, and then they give me that guy. That's how the UFC works, right?
For sure, for sure. And
Yeah.
how close are they going to Suriname? Do you think the UFC?
To be honest, I don't see that happen yet, but I don't know. It's gonna, it's gonna, it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's gonna be awesome. Definitely, it's gonna be awesome. If I can make it happen, I'll definitely do it. But in the upcoming 2, 3, 5 years, I don't see it happening. That's
Okay,
me being honest.
okay, all right. And and what do you expect in this fight? What do you want to show in this fight out of yourself?
For me, hey, I'm not a guy. I don't like to play. I go in there. I see opportunity. I put you away. I'm done. I'm not gonna go in there and say, hey, you know what? I train my grappling. Let me show some grappling. No, I know I don't put myself at no risk. I just go in there, do my thing, and get out. It's in and out.
Now we got a new champion in the heavyweight division, Jon Jones. Since there's a new champion, do you feel like the division is like new now? Like it's like the division is shaking up a little bit?
It's not that it's new, but I mean, if there's a new champion, that means uh, we're chasing a different guy. You
Mhm.
know, we don't chase the other guy, the last guy. We chase a new champion. So that's how it goes.
UFC 290, I think
Colombia.
Jon Jones is he's going to fight Stipe. And do you see like a more of a striking fight in that one, or do you feel like they're gonna wrestle each other?
Um, I definitely think it's gonna be a different fight than the last fight of Jon Jones against Cyril Gane. Um, yeah, I don't really know what to expect, and actually, I don't care. Soon as the fight's settled, that means things gonna happen, and it's gonna be, it's gonna shake up. I'll be fighting my way back up, and hopefully, I got a chance at the title. So that's the only thing that counts.
When you look at their striking, though, you're a striking specialist. Who do you think has the better striking?
I think I, I don't look at striking in MMA the way I look at striking with kickboxing, for an example. Stevie had that dirty boxing. Jon Jones has that long jab. He will strike you out in a 5 round fight. He doesn't have to engage. I see him fight many times. I see the tricks he has. And Stevie also have what I saw of Stevie. He has boxing. It's like he did boxing before. He has some good hands, some slick hands.
And Jake Paul's gonna fight Nate Diaz. Did you see that?
Crazy. I saw that I think yesterday, not today. I was like, I didn't want to believe it. Like it's really happening. This guy.
What do you
They were
think of
hyping
what
that
do you
thing
think
up.
of Jake Paul though? Like he's proved himself pretty decent, right, at boxing.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Actually, I'm telling you, I don't fucking care about those guys. I mean, the UFC is the big thing, the big league. That's where the things happening. Anything after that, like the fight with the Jake Paul, it's after the UFC. Right now, the UFC is the big thing. We're chasing our dreams, not focusing on those kind of boxers.
I see what you're saying. Like it doesn't matter what's going on outside the UFC for you.
Exactly. I
It's all
mean,
about what's
yeah,
going on. May 13th, man. Main event. Another main event for you.
straight up.
Charlotte,
Yeah,
North Carolina
Charlotte. Yeah,
is gonna be
that's gonna
crazy,
be
man.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. I'm working my ass off. Go in there, win this fight. That's the only thing that can't count for me right now. Get my hands raised, and then we move forward.
Everybody go in the descriptions and download the AllStar app. Jairzinho, I always appreciate you, man, for taking the time during training camp and all the best in the fight, man. It's gonna be an exciting one.
Definitely, man. Thank you. Appreciate you also having me.